premium policy package that not only covers the car insurance but also covers the driver and the people who are inside. Insurance is never about a limit, but insurance is all about understanding your capacity. Good morning and welcome to the session 6 in Unit 2, Principles and Practice of General Insurance, where we are going to talk about the comprehensive policy. Now, just moving further, let me just introduce you to what is the meaning of a comprehensive policy. Why is the word comprehensive coming into the car insurance? Because it's one of the most preferred types of car insurance policy, as it covers not only the third-party liabilities and losses, but also covers for damages caused to you and your own car. Now, when we talk about a comprehensive, the word itself tells it very, very clearly. Comprehensive means it is a collective. It has got a multiple package enabled for you. So what happens here is that most of the people would always prefer to go for a comprehensive car package, which is very, very essential. Why? Because it not only covers the third-party liabilities, but will also cover for the losses and also the damages that is caused to you and to your own car. So, for example, if there is going to be a physical injury and if there is going to be a body injury to the car also, then automatically the comprehensive car insurance is a very, very important factor. So that's why we always believe in this type of insurance. Comprehensive car policy is a mandatory outlook that you need to think about in terms of going in the policy matter. And this is very, very interesting package. Why? Because it not only covers just the third party, but also for your factors in terms of the car damage and the physical injury. Now, benefits of buying a comprehensive package. Nowadays, whenever you go and approach an insurance company, they don't want to give you a simple package and they don't want to let you down by saying that we don't have options. What the insurance companies have started doing is that they have started coming up with options which will enable the customer to choose according to his need, according to his movements altogether. So for example, when I'm going to buy a luxury car like what I've shown on the screen, a Ford Mustang that is being shown here. Now, if I'm going to buy a car which is going to be worth almost like 1 crore in India, I don't want the car to have a dent or damage, and I don't want the car to be let down by any kind of external factors. So I would definitely look for a premium policy package that not only covers the car insurance, but also covers the driver and the people who are inside. So I would definitely say that the primary benefit of this comprehensive car insurance is that it protects the car from any unfortunate damages, loss due to accident, collision and fire. Now, these are the common factors that you would see when you have started getting into the car. 99% of the time, it is so evident that Indian drivers are prone to make accidents. Why? Because we do not follow the traffic rules too much. We tend to take things into confidence and we start driving by ourselves. So there is a many time possibility, a probability is really on the higher scale in terms of collisions and accidents. So the first thing that I would look into the comprehensive car policy is that whether it covers me from accidents, collisions and the fire incidents altogether. So that's the primary benefit when you start looking into the comprehensive car pollution factors. Now, the next thing is that this way you don't only save any unforeseen expenses, but to ensure that the car will stay in good shape even in the case of a mishap. Now, let's try to understand this factor clearly. For the smallest dent that your car is going to undergo, for the smallest hit that your car is going to undergo, the charges in terms of repairing it and bringing it to normalcy is very high. So the insurance company actually proves to be a blessing in disguise, which comes in and says that even the smallest unforeseen incident that can take place on your car will be covered by us. Because many times when you go on the road, you will try to understand that the mistake was not mine. I did not do it wantedly. I did not see the car coming. I didn't see the signal, or somebody is just going to come across the road and hit you. Now, with all these unforeseen, unpredictable scenarios coming in front of you, will you be in a position to overtake? Will you be in a position to take it forward altogether? And that's where you will start thinking about the comprehensive car policy. You will start believing this factor very, very clearly. Why? Because you understand that at any given point of time, even the smallest incident, you need a backup. You need somebody to come and take care of the expenses, and that's where the comprehensive car package matters a lot for you. Now, moving forward, let's try to talk about the protection from the liability factors. Now, protects your pocket from the third-party liabilities. One of the main reasons people get any type of car insurance is to comply with the law and protect themselves from losses in any case of third-party damages. Very, very important factor. Third-party damages. What is a third-party damage? Why am I so impressed with this third-party damages? What does it tell me about it? Now, a third-party damage, according to me, is that whenever you are going to see some sort of damages that's going to happen, some sort of changes that is going to happen, automatically, like for example, a third person comes and hits you on the road completely unaware. Because at that scenario of the accident happening, you do not even know who is going to come and hit you from which angle and which way altogether. So in that case, in that scenario altogether, you would always think about how to get out of this situation. Now in India, we have our own philosophies of compromising with the third party and getting out of the scenario. We do not want any kind of damages. We do not want any kind of police cases, or neither we want this issue to be flared up in the media. So what we try to do is that we just try to find a compromise and get out of the situation if we are not carrying a proper insurance. But then, if you have insured your car, if you have understood the importance of insurance, then you don't have to worry, because in any case, any damage that is caused by a third party, you have a comprehensive insurance that will come and cover you. So that is why it is very, very important. The next thing is that when you think about the expenses that are bound to happen, the expenses that are bound to happen at any given point of time, it automatically becomes very important for all of us to understand how things work. Which means to say that for the smallest thing, whenever we go for a service or for a repair to the authorized car showroom, the bill will really go up. He might say for the simple damage of 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 or 25,000 also, which we are not in a position to pay at that point of time. So I definitely need a financial package that can help me to get over this kind of situation. So that's why I say a comprehensive car protection policy is very, very important. That will protect me from the liabilities. That will protect me from the scenarios at any given point of time. So this is very, very important for us. This comprehensive car policy will help you to cover all kind of losses, and you will be in a position to take over it. The next one that we are going to see is that you can customize your IDV. Now, the IDV is basically the International Driving Vehicle, or whatever the factors, the digits, what we believe altogether. Now, digit is one online insurance that you can see it in US and other places where you can customize. You can typically go buy a policy of your thing, calculate it and altogether. Now, in US, what they do is that they customize your entire driving experience with the insurance. They say that, yes, you have the accessory to customize, find out how much premium you want to pay, how much you want to get a comprehensive value, so that the car is not let down at any point of time. Now, one thing that you need to understand about insurance is that it is always left to the subject matter of the individual. Insurance is never about a limit But insurance is all about understanding your capacity. That's a very, very important part of any insurance, whether you talk about a life insurance or about a general insurance altogether. Now, why do I say the capacity word here? Imagine when you're going to buy a car of 1 crore or when you're going to buy a car of 50 lakhs. What is going to come to the top of your mind is protecting the car, because for you, the car becomes a valuable asset. For you, the car is not just a transport option, but the car becomes a valuable option. So you would think about that asset 100 times a day. At least that you want to see at any point of time the car does not get damaged or disturbed by any kind of external events. So what you would like to say and think here is that when I'm spending about 1 crore rupees to buy a car, why don't I pay at least 2 or 3 lakhs a year to get an insurance? Why should I not pay more? Why? Because I want protection at the best level possible. So you will never compromise on your insurance factor. So what do I mean here is that this will automatically try to reflect your capacity, because your buying capacity is 1 crore. Your insurance capacity will also try to match up to that level. Now, when you buy a second-hand car, which is like 2 or 3 lakhs or below 5 lakhs, for example, you would not be seriously bothered even though the insurance is on a slightly on the higher side, but still that sense of feeling, that sense of gut ownership will not come in, because you know that the worth of the car itself is below 5 lakhs. There is no point in taking an insurance of 25 lakhs. So what happens here is that the insurance is again a subject matter of capacity where you need to think 10 times before getting into it. So that's why I always say that insurance cannot be an earmarked figure altogether. You would not be able to say, okay, I've taken an insurance for 15 rupees, 20 rupees, 100 rupees. No, I don't want to do that. I want to go with my thinking, with my capacity at any given point of time. So that's why I say that insurance is definitely a lot amount of significance. Now, the next thing is opt for add-ons for a better coverage. Now, this is one thing that is fantastic about insurance these days. Whenever you see a advertisement of ACO insurance coming up on your screens, you would be surprised about the factor that how ACO has tried to modernize the entire insurance package. How insurance like Bajaj or HDFC Ergo or ICICI or probably any of the people who are in the field of the motor insurance have come up with their own ideologies. What they have typically tried to do here is that they have given the option of customize your policy by picking up add-ons to extend the coverage altogether. There are people who even want to take an insurance for a number plate. Example, because they feel that the number plate is more important, they have taken a care in terms of getting that particular number. There are people who might take insurance for bumper. There might be people for the cover, for the tire. So many factors are coming into picture. What we are trying to say here is that every part of the car is important. You cannot go back and tell that the car was only about 1 or 2 parts, or the car is something like just, from one particular angle altogether. We want every inch of the car to be covered. If every inch of the car has to be covered, that means I need extra options. I need options which will even cover the interiors, which will even cover the railings, which will even cover the bumpers. I probably will think about every single option that can be added on to bring in a total protection. So what the insurance companies do here is that they don't want to rest on the normal common general insurance form that is being given to them. They want to bring in an optional package. They go and tell the customers, you choose whatever you want, because the premium is again going to be set by you. Premium is not going to be set by me. I'm going to just set a base price and I'm going to say that this is the common price that is available for a general insurance. But then you want extra coverage, you're going to pay extra, and for which the customers are ready. The customers believe that, yes, I am ready to take this coverage because that's going to protect my car at any given point of time. followed by some of these add-ons include the return to the invoice cover. Probably we are talking about the engine, gearbox protection, consumables, among the other factors. Now, there might be high-end technologies that we are talking about today. When you look at cars like MG Gloster or a Kia Carnival, which has landed up in India, probably the most fancy thing that I would like to talk about in these cars is the application of technology. You see, everything is being so interlinked, so interconnected in the car that probably you feel that you're just going in some spaceship altogether. So what is happening here is that I need to have a coverage policy that even covers those minute technology parts. Something happens to them, something blocks my car blowing capacity altogether, it's going to be a very big challenge. So I would rather go ahead and say that I need an insurance cover which will be able to give me a gearbox protection, which will be able to give me all sort of protections as far as possible. So that's why I would like to customize my entire activity. So add-ons is going to be definitely a very big plus in general insurance. Now, the cost effectiveness. Now, this is one thing what people have always tried to struggle. In India, we love the word called as bargain. Why? Because we always feel that by bargaining, you are going to gain something. That's what bargain is all about. You bargain to gain something. So that's the same thing I'm going to use in my insurance philosophy also. What I'm trying to say out here is that I want to go and analyze and apply to my insurance company saying that, can you give me a cost-effective pricing? I know that the base price is 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 a month, whatever is the insurance cost. But I don't want that. I want to go on a comprehensive manner. Like for example, Skoda came up with a very beautiful comprehensive package saying that 3 years of maintenance free. Then they came up with a package called 1 year of road maintenance. You know, you can see sort of packages just landing up on different types of car altogether. Why? Because they want to bring in the most comprehensive package, which is really cost effective. They want to make the customer feel truly special. And the only way to make it special is that you have to go and make the customer believe that you really care for them. And that's why this comprehensive package is coming into picture, which says that it will help you to save a money lot in the long run. Plus, I am also trying to give you a coverage. I'm also trying to give you a package which will keep running for the next 2 years or 3 years. So what happens here is that when you calculate the overall value of a car, you still feel that yes, you have saved a lot of money in terms of insurance. So the cost effectiveness is still going to run in the minds of the consumer, where they believe that yes, this is what I really wanted. The next thing is that protects the car from natural disasters. So especially in India, when you talk about natural disasters, of late, places like Bihar, West Bengal, Orissa, or probably even in Andhra, Kerala, where there have been a lot of natural disasters. Maharashtra, not to forget, because anytime when it rains, you see this scenario happening in Maharashtra, a good BMW car floating in the water. But yes, you cannot avoid it. The reason is that the rain, the floods, or any kind of natural disasters, they never come with a signal to you. It happens and all of a sudden, we are in a deep loss altogether. Now, once that happens, the next immediate question is, what's next? How do I recover myself from that normalcy, from that scenario altogether? Will I get an insurance? Will my car get an insurance? Will my car come back to life? So what do we typically tend to do is that whether it's a flood, cyclone, or earthquake altogether, we try to go back and provide you a comprehensive insurance which will also cover these kind of damages. Because we personally believe at any given point of time, the most important thing for a person is that peace of mind, thinking that yes, we will be covered at any instance, at any level as far as possible. Because the comprehensive car protection is meant to add on certain extra benefits to the people today, trying to make them understand that whatever kind of damages that you are proceeding, it will be covered under that scenario. Now, the other thing is that compensates you in the case of a car theft. Now, this is one of the most serious damages that you can ever think about. Suddenly, your car is being lifted by somebody for no reason. Sir, I spent crores of money. I spent my fortune in buying my dream car, and one fine morning, the car has vanished. I would not believe that at all. Now, that is where that makes the customer really go down. He feels so bad of the scenario because he is completely helpless. But in that scenario, if there might be an insurance which will cover me back and which will tell that yes, we will get that car back to you, at least the price of the car back to you, that is where this comprehensive car policy is really grateful. So that's why we say that it's of a great regard to have a policy like that, which will actually help you to understand the scenario, which will actually help you to compensate the loss that has happened in terms of that particular situation. So what you believe here is that when you lose out on an asset, there is somebody who can come back and compensate that loss all to you, saying that yes, this can be compensated, this can be taken care of. Now, you can also opt for a breakdown assistance, which is now coming up with most of the scenario, where you see that companies provide you with breakdown assistance, the on-site maintenance. So if there is going to be any particular claim that you want to do, that is there. Yes, that can be done. But anyway, they don't count it as a claim here. They say it rather than as an assistance. So you do get that one-stop assistance whenever there is a breakdown of the car, and they come and take care of your car. They help you to recover back, to put you back to a normalcy scenario altogether. So definitely this is going to be a very, very worthwhile package altogether. With this, I come to the conclusion of this particular session. I hope and believe that all the information shared through this particular session will be of a great help and resource to you. In the upcoming session, we shall be seeing more about the insurance practices. But until then, stay tuned, stay blessed, and stay enlightened forever. Thank you once again for joining me today on this wonderful session.